Hey, St. Albertans, it's Friday, July 3rd. I'm Paul Huckalak. This is TV7.ca News. Now, this week, the city plans on reopening some of our recreation facilities. Finally, thank goodness. Rock and August finalized their plans for this year. And if you've lost your ring, the RCMP might just have it. All that and more, but first. The city now has timelines for the reopening of the recreation facilities. Service Place Fitness Center, running track, and arenas are scheduled to be reopened as early as the week of July 19th to 25th. One indoor artificial turf field should be opened that same week as well. Now, Fountain Park Pool has an anticipated reopening as early as the week of August 2nd to 8th, and the Jerome McGinley and Kinex arenas should be opened the week after. So, slowly, but in fact, surely, it looks like we are getting back to normal. Now, I'm sure this is more common than not, particularly in the days of COVID, but have you struggled with maybe stress eating? I have, as a matter of fact, particularly in COVID times. And Karen Armstrong is here with some advice for us.
Today, I'd like to reach out to anybody who may be working with emotional eating and potential weight gain. With COVID and the economy, it has created a lot of fear and stress, and for some people, even boredom, if they're at home more now, that doesn't feel good. And what emotional eating is it's just a distractor. It's a way that your mind figured out to make you feel better. And that's your mind's job. It's always trying to protect you. It always wants you to feel better. And so why I want to bring this up today is because when you are aware of what's going on, it's much easier to bring conscious choice into your life. It's not about having to go on a diet and eating bad and being bad and those types of judgments. What it is acknowledging that there's something underneath the surface. There's emotions that are going on that need to be dealt with. Our emotions are just a call to action. The unfortunate thing is when you don't know what they are, how to deal with them, your mind will encourage you to go to those distractors, food being a big one. There's also other addictions and, behaviors like zoning out on Netflix or, Facebook and those types of things. So in the pursuit, the interesting thing is in the pursuit of trying to make you feel better, it actually makes you feel worse. But in those moments, you can't see that far out. You just think of that, what's going on in that moment. Many of you probably remember from high school, I know that's when I first heard it, about Pavlov's dogs. And it's the story where, the experiment where, he rang a bell and then fed the dog, rang a bell, fed the dog, kept doing that. And eventually all they had to do was ring the bell and the dog would start to salivate. So it already associated the sound of the bell with eating. And that's the exact same thing that's going on. When it started for most of us, if not all of us, when we were children and we felt bad and our parents wanted us to feel better, or maybe it was our grandparents. And so they gave us ice cream or they gave us chocolate or took us for a treat. By doing that over and over again, our mind figured out, when I'm not feeling good, when I eat this stuff, it makes me feel better. So much like riding a bike, when you first learned, you had to think about it. Then you practiced it, and then it just became your conditioned response or your autopilot. And the same thing is happening with the food, is that when you felt bad and ate it and felt better, and you did this time and time again, you conditionally learned that that's a good activity to engage in when you're not feeling well. So I guess the biggest takeaway today is two things. One, if you're a parent, just be aware that the autopilots, the subconscious mind, your belief system is all being formed at a very, very young age. When children are young, they're very impressionable. And so when you use food to make them feel better, you're creating problems down the line for them. And then for you today, if this is something that you're experiencing, what you need is a pattern interrupt. You need something that's going to kick you into the present moment so that you can make a conscious decision if eating that food is right for you. I am Karen Armstrong from TV7.ca News.
The hardworking volunteers that put on Rock in August every year. have managed to modify their event to conform to the new COVID-19 restrictions. The drive-in movie will be running both Friday and Saturday, and it will be set up in the rodeo grounds parking lot on August 7th and 8th, and will be showing family-friendly movies. And instead of the show and shine that usually takes over the river valley, they'll be doing two cruise nights, with the cars making their way through our neighborhood so we can enjoy them from the safety and comfort of our own driveways. On August 4th, the cruise will make its way through the neighborhoods on the east side of St. Albert Trail, and on August 6th, the cruise will take place on the west side of the trail. Now, the exact routes will be posted any day now on the Rock and August website. And in addition to these events, they will also be having a poker run, scavenger hunt, and other great activities for those of you who want to get your cars out on the town. Now, for more information, please check out the Rock and August website. Will everybody stop and check your fingers? Are you missing a ring? A men's gold ring with multiple diamonds was found in St. Albert last September and has still gone unclaimed. Now, if you lost a ring or your ring was stolen, the RCMP might in fact have it. If you can provide a description and or a photo, please contact the St. Albert RCMP detachment. Our fantastic city operates a seasonal compost depot from April through October for residents to drop off their yard waste. Leaves, branches, soil, sod, and other landscaping materials can all be dropped off at a convenient and environmentally friendly way. However, effective immediately, the depot's new hours of operation have changed, with them only being open Tuesday through Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. They will be closed on Monday and statutory holidays. The Compost Depot is located on Villeneuve Road between Ray Gibbon Drive and Hogan Road. For more information, including acceptable items, please visit stalbert.ca/waste. Our Fair City and Sturgeon Counties Annexation Negotiating Subcommittee met last Friday again to discuss the city's proposed annexation of a portion of land from Sturgeon County. At the meeting, the subcommittee discussed aspects of the annexation agreement, including effective date and dispute resolution, as well as continued the discussion around compensation. The City of St. Albert Councillor and Subcommittee Chair Ray Watkins was quoted as saying, "I'm pleased the city and the county continue to support a collaborative annexation process." The Annexation Negotiating Subcommittee is a subset of the Intermunicipal Affairs Committee, or the IAC, which is comprised of all members of both councils. Annexation negotiations formally started on December of 2017. The next subcommittee meeting is scheduled to take place on August 7th. For more information on that, visit stalbert.ca and search annexation. And that's it for yet another wonderful yet wet week. If you have any community events or news you'd like to share with our viewers, as always, please send us an email at news@tv7.ca. And from all of us at tv7.ca, I'm Paul Huckelak. Please stay safe, be kind, have an amazing week, and we will see you in fact next week.